Hikiotoshi comes into the ring. Does his ring entering ceremony along with the group of other wrestlers. Of course, the Yokozuna come into the ring and do their own ring entering ceremony, so-called Yokozuna Dohyo Iri. Well, the wrestlers file off. On comes the Yokozuna, this time Ushiomaru. Two styles of Yokozuna ceremonies. The Cloud Dragon style. Which is what Ushiomaru is doing. You can tell that from the way knots down on the back of his belt. So little signs that indicate the differences in sumo, endless details, which is part of the charm of sumo. Well, that ceremony usually takes about 2 minutes for the wrestler to do. Ushiomaru not too supple there with the shiko, the high leg stamp. And let's move on to our first bout. Well, it's Shoryu in the lead with 7 wins and no losses. But it's early stages, but we're now at the halfway stage. This is the point where wrestlers get the kachikoshi. That's the 8 wins, which guarantees their rankings. Well, here we have Ushiomaru from the Azumazaki stable, beating Otsukasa with hikiotoshi, a pull drop. Ushiomaru, newcomer, this is debut in the Makuuchi division. Now Kotomitsuki at Maegashira 7 fights Wakanoyama at Maegashira 12. These two have met once before. Kotomitsuki won it. Kotomitsuki with 6 wins so far is doing quite well. Had 7 wins last basho, so he's got a lot more scope for upping that score, and he deals with Wakanoyama there without too much trouble. Slaps him down with a tsukiotoshi, thrust drop throw. So that's now 7 wins for Kotomitsuki. Looks like he'll get his kachikoshi this basho, but that's not what he's aiming for. Obviously, he wants to be up near the top, going for the Emperor's Cup. Now, Kyokushuzan, Mongolian. Also a good horseman like Shoryu. There he dumps Aminishiki without too much trouble. Hand on the back of the neck and an assist down to the ground. Hatakikomi win there for Kyokushuzan, his 5th win. Considerably better than his last basho when he only had 1 win and 14 losses. Now, Kasuganishiki in his debut in the Makuuchi division. Unfortunate for him, really. All the attention's on Takanohana and Chiyotakai. Normally a wrestler coming into Makuuchi first time gets quite a lot of attention, but they're getting a bit ignored this time. So Kasuganishiki loses that one. That's his 5th loss. Hokutoriki, the winner with oshidashi, notches up his 5th win. Now we have Daizen, veteran, fights Tamanoshima. Tamanoshima's mother and father watching today. His father was Japanese middleweight champion, boxer, that is. So his son is also in the fight game. So that's the under the shoulder grip there, the sukui grip, which Tamanoshima uses to dump down Daizen. Very reserved, these wrestlers, win or lose. Expressions don't change very much. They're not encouraged or even really allowed to show any jubilation. No clenched fists in the air, that quickly gets sat on. And to preserve the etiquette and the rituals of this ancient sports. Now Buyuzan on the right, 165 kilos against Gojoro. Well, look at that. That was sumo to order. Well, Buyuzan came out like a rocket. Gojoro anticipated that, moved slightly to the side, and Buyuzan bit the dust, literally. So Gojoro with his 4th win. Not doing too badly on his return to the Makuuchi division. He's the man who dropped right the way down to the Makushita division, which is the 1-3 down from this top division. Now Takanowaka fights Tamakasuga. They've had 11 head-to-heads in the past. Takanowaka won 8 of them. Well, there's a nice vigorous start by both wrestlers. Tsupari attacks to the face and then locking in on the belt. Tamakasuga heels almost to the edge of the circle and eventually gets shoved over by Takanowaka. 6th win for Taka and 2nd loss for Tamakasuga. Takanowaka didn't have such a good basho last time, had 7 wins and 8 losses. But he's fairly near the top of the Maigasho rankings, so safe enough. Chiyotakai getting ready to come down the Hanamichi, the flower path. That's the literal translation of Hanamichi. Maybe once upon a time it was under flowers, maybe cherry blossoms. Certainly it isn't now. Here you see the bows as they come in. They go to the edge of the dohyo in the Tamariseki, where they sit down, await their turn. It's full house, say the banners. On top of the tsuriyane, the hanging roof. Once upon a time when sumo was held outdoors, it was supported by 4 pillars, but when they moved inside, they got rid of the pillars because it obscured the view for the spectators. Now here, Tochisakae against Miyabiyama. They fought twice before. Miyabiyama on the left there with the green moashi has beaten him both times. Well, Tochisakae thought as if he got Miyabiyama on the run there, but he just retreated and Tochisakae fell away as he had nothing left to push. But he's come back after a 4-day absence. He had an inflamed leg and he dropped out after day 3 because of it. So obviously not at his best. Now Tochinonada, he's got 7 losses. Here fights Tokitsuumi. So if Tochinonada loses, that's Makikoshi for him. That will be 8 straight losses. So that's the interest there. Well, he loses, Tochinonada. There's no obvious reason for his loss. He's not injured. We don't know of any injuries for him. He hasn't got a cold or a temperature or a fever or anything, but he's just notching up these losses. So Makikoshi for him, and 3rd win for Tokitsuumi. Now Takanonami fights Takamisakari. So Robocop here. These two have never fought before. Takanonami was in 32 bashos as an ozeki. His ankles eventually failed him, and a little bit of gout as well in his lower limbs, but he's back on form. He had 9 wins last basho. Not doing too bad this time. So Takamisakari takes the fight to Takanonami, gets him to the edge and dumps him. As you can see, he almost apologized at the end there for beating Takanonami. Very polite, these guys. So first win, I should say, for Takamisakari. 7 losses. He was on the brink of getting Makikoshi. He's certainly come up against the Sanyaku wall. That's the grouping of wrestlers at the top. It'll be good to break through that. Now we have Musoyama fights Tosanoumi. These two have been rivals since their amateur sumo college days. Their paths haven't always shadowed each other, of course, with injuries and things. A certain amount of rising and falling. There you see Tosanoumi apologizing for jumping the gun. Good head-banging start there. Those wrestlers trying to control the arms before they go for the belt. And it's Tosanoumi who's got that grip under the armpit, takes it a bit deeper, tries a twist move, Hineri, follows it up with a yorikiri at the edge. Sumo sometimes seems pretty crude, but there's an amazing amount of change of technique that goes into these very short bouts. So Tosanoumi wins that one. 5 wins. 2nd loss for Musoyama. Kyokutenho, Mongolian. That's Kaio, who he's fought 7 times before and lost 7 times. Kaio, the man who took 6 years to go from Sekiwaki rank up to Ozeki. So Kaio's got the belt, he's got the power, he's got greater weight, some 30 kilos heavier than Kyokutenho, but Kyokutenho is the man who beat Takanohana on day 2. He's a skillful wrestler. hanging on the edge there, but a little bit of a flip sideways nudges him over. Kaio takes that one. 6th win for him.
ただいまの決まり手は寄り切り、寄り切って太陽の勝ち。
And the Gyoji, the referee, calls out Chio Taikai's name. Long lingering sound, the way they do it, echoes through the Kokugikan, carries a long way. And he's fighting Shimotori. Shimotori at Maegashira 2. That's Chio Taikai's Oyakata there. The great Chiyonofuji watching him from the side. If Chio Taikai does well this tournament, very well, he could be promoted to Yokozuna. That's obviously what his Oyakata wants. It's Chio Taikai's 2nd go at taking the Yokozuna rank. That's what they call Tsunodori. 2nd time for him at Tsunodori. 1st time was when he won his Basho in January 99. After that, and now this time having won the last Basho. Well, he disposes of Shimotori there without too much trouble. Straight out, almost as if on railway lines. Straight out, and Shimotori goes straight backwards. Oshidashi win there for Chio Taikai. Oyakata not showing too much emotion. There you see the Oshidashi win of Chio Taikai. Does hardly any belt sumo at all. It's generally reckoned that you need to be good on the belt as well as pushing sumo in order to get up to Yokozuna rank. It's the Yokozuna coming out. His match against Wakano Sato shortly. Now Mongolian Asashoryu against Kotoryu. Kotoryu, who sat out the last Basho. Basho before that, he had a reasonable result, 8-7. One before that, he was in the Juryo division. Asashoryu with 7 straight wins. Can he keep his straight win streak going? So a little bit of argy-bargy there on the tachi-ai. Both have to go together. And that was pretty even. So Shuri goes for the throat, then traps the arm with the overarm grip. And puts a bit of pressure on the forearm as well. Kotenage throw there, forearm throw. Let's watch that again. Throat first, then down to the belt. No, leaves the belt, puts the pressure on the arm. It's one of Kaio's moves, and Takanonami as well. They both do those, all 3 of them do the Kotenage. Bit of a wicked technique, tends to break the arm. Well, it doesn't always break it, but it could break it. The other wrestlers usually go down. Now we have Toki against Yokozuna, Musashimaru. Musashimaru was born in Samoa, Pacific island of Samoa, and then moves when he was quite young to Hawaii. Here fights Toki. They've fought 14 times. Musashimaru's won 14 times. So let's see how Toki handles this one. Well, he's trying hard. Whoops. Giving Musashimaru a run for his money. He's driven him back to the edge. He spurred the big man on, but Toki's putting up a good fight. Finally, that's it. Well, Musashimaru had to work for that one. Makes 15 straight wins over Toki in their personal head-to-heads. Toki's never beaten a Yokozuna, never won a Kimboshi. Chance there for him, briefly, as he seemed to have Musashimaru on the run. And we have the crowd going berserk, which we've had on virtually every day that Takanohana's come out. Enormous number of middle-aged, by the look of it, certainly not very young, Japanese women here out to encourage and applaud their champion. Now here, Takanohana against Wakano Sato. These two have fought 7 times before. Takanohana won all 7. But he's been off as the Basho wears on. Of course, the matches get tougher. So all are wondering at what point Takanohana will break. Maybe he'll go right through to the end. Maybe his knee will start to give way earlier. Who can say? A slightly faster start from Wakanosato. It's locked in tight. He goes for the belt. He's got Takanohana on the run a bit. Takanohana settles down. Now this is going to be a real test for Takanohana. This is a strong opponent there, but he wins it again. Wakanosato tries the overarm throw, but gets nowhere, and as he does it, Takanohana drives him out with yorikiri. Wakanosato not too worried about the Yokozuna getting the belt. He's got very powerful upper body. So there you see the overarm grip. There's that attempt. First of all, an attempt from the Yokozuna, but Wakanosato weathers that one. Now you see Takanohana's hand coming round. It's an attempt at an underarm throw there by Wakanosato. You can see it. But the overarm grip of Takanohana blocks it off, and eventually he uses that to drive him back and over the edge. So another great bundle of moneyed envelopes for Takanohana. That's win 6. At the end of day 8, it's Asashoryu still in the lead with 8 straight wins. Ushiomaru and Chio Taikai and Kotomitsuki with 7 wins and 1 loss.